You might not think about them, but without pumps, modern life would grind to a halt within days. The first thing I noticed when I became an apprentice pump technician was just how many different types of pumps there are. Before that, I'd never really thought about the sheer number of pumps running behind the scenes, keeping everything working, from gear pumps to screw pumps, submersible pumps to booster pumps, irrigation pumps. You name it, there's a pump for it. And because pumps keep the world moving, we need skilled technicians to keep them running smoothly. That's when I realized a career as a pump technician isn't just an important job. It's stable, secure work, and a pretty good earner. Because no matter what, we're always going to need pumps. My name's Sean, and I'm a service technician. Every single one of my toys or anything as a kid, pulling things apart, finding out how they worked was a massive interest to me. They didn't always go back together the right way, but they came apart. It's just curiosity, wanting to know how everything worked and see if I could put it back together and make it work. This rotor, the more you have of it, generally the higher pressure you can produce through the pump. I'm currently 23, and before I came to Malcolm Thompson Pumps, I worked at Hungry Jack's and was completing a part-time apprenticeship as a carpenter. I was second year by the time I left school, but my interest drifted away from that more to the metal and engineering side. Glenn is the service manager for Sydney, and he was like, just come try working with us and see how you like it, because it was either I was going to move into electrician or an engineering-based trade.
Sean came to us almost 17 years old. He wasn't 100% sure and gave it a trial. And we had him here for a few months and he liked it. And then through a group training company, we made him an apprentice. And here we are quite a number of years later. He's probably 3 years out of his trade now and one of our leading technicians.
Typical day, you're doing servicing, which is just like a system check of any sort of pump system really. And it's making sure it's working, seeing if it's progressively starting to fail and putting in measures to fix the system before it has a catastrophic failure. Or other days you can be put on an install of a submersible system, or you're doing massive other installs, but that's not as often.
There is no particular trade to be a pump technician. We put them through as a fitter machinist, but they're also getting exposure to the electrical through the control side of things and control panels. Once they finish the trade, we're helping the guys go through and get their electrical disconnect, reconnect qualifications. There's plumbing side of it as well. We're also doing a little bit of fabrication and building works, some landscaping from time to time as well. So it's many trades in one. And the beauty of it is once you have your fitting machinist ticket, like a lot of other trades, you can go anywhere in the world.
Today we're doing the routine servicing on 2 pump systems. It's a typical kind of day, just making sure the system works and is all functioning as it should be. It's not that bad actually. Most of your time is going to be spent doing routine servicing. It's pretty straightforward. On our checklist, you pretty much just go through the runs, the stages. It tells you what to look for and everything. There's always something that'll pop up in a system like that. There is a little fault find I'm doing with a third-party trade, just the plumber on site. He thinks he spotted an issue with the rainwater reuse, which is on a VSD system, and he just wants to make sure that the whole system's up and running and maybe get his head around it, better understanding of the system. Like if there's a slow leak in the system, it'll boost up. Okay. Or if there's no leak in the system, it'll do what that done. It'll just slowly ramp itself down.
I'm David Muller. I have the building management contract here. It's a complex of 88 waterfront apartments. Sean has been an apprentice that came on board and has thoroughly learned the trade all the way through to what I would consider a leading hand level. Sean is excellent in his technical knowledge, but also excellent in his service and his customer relations.
The pump industry isn't just, you're not bound to pumps. You've got diesel motors, electric motors, basic electrical. There is like endless avenues you can take out of the pump industry to progress yourself and further expand your own knowledge.
There are plenty of job opportunities in the industry, and it can take you anywhere from a building on Sydney Harbour to the mines in WA, or really the sky's the limit. It's a job you can go anywhere with.
You can go into the engineering side, but also from the knowledge you gain from the pump industry, you can potentially go into the sales side of things.
I'm doing a management course, As I said before, if I'm not learning, I don't have the interest. Whereas now I can go to my boss and say, hey, I want to further progress, and the opportunity is given to me.
You do some research on the trade. Go and speak to the employees and see if you can do a bit of a work experience. If you're still at school, go and speak to your careers advisor and say, hey, I want to try this trade. Can we hook up through Malcolm Thompson Pumps and do 1 or 2 week block where we'll send them out and we'll show them what the trade's about. Then at the end of it, if they enjoy it and we're happy and they're happy, then we'll seriously consider offering them an apprenticeship.
Once you're done, it feels good. It's something that you have in your back pocket that you can always fall back onto later in life if you complete your trade and want to go a different direction.
It's been a very touching experience too to see Sean go all the way through from a guy that didn't know a screwdriver from a shifter to a guy that basically is a pro at what he's doing, and that's what his apprenticeship did for him, and Malcolm Thompson Pumps did for him.